I like it best when you show skin, tattoos. They tell a story about how your life went. That's cool. I got no interest in having no side piece, just you. Walk up in chucks with a cup and remind me what I do. Yeah, I do some terrible things. Had a little dumb thing, especially had a tongue ring. I think I'm over the flings. Making up dance, we could get a little land. But your man, he gon' pull those strings. Saved a couple grand, put a band on your hand. $2 we gon' pass down rings. Lot of cold nights when we bring up all fights. It's whatever I want, all those things you got. I dream about the day that I was scaring the crowd. Find you watching, tell me what you're crying about. It's kinda often, tell me where you're hiding out. I'll bring the coffee, know that you got skeletons in your closet. 47 credits left to get through college. Little streak of blonde with the black nail polish. Weather in a storm, no it ain't too cold. I do some terrible things. Had a little dumb thing, especially had a tongue ring. I think I'm over the flings. Making up dance, we could get a little land. But your man, he gon' pull those strings. Saved a couple grand, put a band on your hand. $2 we gon' pass down rings. Lot of cold nights when we bring up all fights. It's whatever I want, all those things you got. Burning down the candle at both ends. I'll pick the pieces up. My jokes still suck, but you eat them up. I built this up, that was all for us. All I'm afraid of, watching us fall through. Yeah, I'll never change up. I said this, man, I'm sorry. I do some terrible things. Had a little dumb thing, especially had a tongue ring. I think I'm over the flings. Making up dance, we could get a little land. But your man, he gon' pull those strings. Saved a couple grand, put a band on your hand. $2 we gon' pass down rings. Lot of cold nights when we bring up all fights. It's whatever I want, all those things you got.
What's up? Any day I get shipping done is a day to celebrate. Ooh, this is a new bottle.
Gotta stay fresh like a brand new whip. That new smell, switching it up, two-step. They try to text, leaving my bread, switching the phone, new cell. Secrets I kept, do tell. We had a fight, tooth them.
Where's Zach McCarthy? He's a shot accountant.
Just so you know, I'm the one who's just in the industry, baby. Just throw up the stats. I used to like it, direction I find it, cause nowadays I put the globe on the map. Don't need the publicists, I don't want none of this. I keep it simple, I show up and rap. Whoa, feeling like Cardi, but she got the bag. You know I'm closing the gap. Auto tune off, but the tune's on auto. I said trans.
Kevin, put a little DT next to it. I'll count it, but for future reference.
Float on the beat like it's easy mode. I'm on a whole different level, don't even know. I could've know the whole clip and don't need to reload it. I'm golden, I got it unlimited. Listen, they know what I'm about it. My penmanship different and missing. It's not in my diction and fiction. It's not in my ratings. I'm leaving them spitting. I'm keeping it fresh like a brand new whip. That new smell, switching it up, two-step. They try to text, leaving my bread, switching the phone, new cell. Secrets I kept, do tell. We had a fight, tooth them. This is a race. I know my place. Coming for first, blue shell.
I know some homies that lost my respect unaware, and that's a reality check. My problems are stacking up, problems is fuller than me, for real. Giving me headaches, these don't be putting no cameras in my face. That's tax, reality takes, protecting the image and cropping the ounce. Life editing, the vision is bliss. The money motion 360, moving these circles, and it should track on me. Yeah, I got it for free, don't shop at the mall, nigga. What you even know about bricks? If you don't get it, that's cool. Why you tryna tap in, dog? You didn't even know about leaks. I'm rocking exclusive, drinking kombucha, water still beating on beats. They jacking the sauce, they trying to duplicate flows. The bars is bootleg, making it flows, don't keep me in flow. The money in my language, I'm fluent.
New smell, switching it up, two-step. They try to text, leaving my bread, switching the phone, new cell. Secrets I kept, do tell. We had a fight, tooth them. This is a race, I know my place. Coming for first, blue shell.
Look me in the face. You know I like that shit. Won't you like the way? Swear I can't see nothing. It's hard to be afraid when I got you inside my
You ready?
home.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've been so distant.
That's the secret playlist. How's everybody doing? Listen, I want to just first thank you guys for so many reasons, but mostly your patience on weeks that are crazy for me, or multiple weeks that are crazy for me. You allow us to continue to try to do, even if it's $1 or $2 per random team, instead of doing 25 on this, doing 24, instead of like putting a team up $2, trying to keep them down. It helps when you guys are patient with shipping. It adds up. And I try to send every dollar your way. When we do one box contenders and I give away $10 credit, I try to always pass it on. So thank you for your patience. I know I was a little behind on shipping this week, but we put over 100 packages out today. Thank you all so much for being patient. You guys are the best. I love that we're doing these Donruss cases. I have one more after this, and Chris Anderson talked me in to doing it as a PYT. He actually sent me the list of downtowns and crunch times. So I'm going to kind of base the pricing off of that. It should be fairly reasonable as a full case. I'm assuming we're going to have to run some minis on certain teams. I may bump some up and move some down based on like trends and the way they've been leading into the draft, or possibly breakout news like with the Cardinals. I'll see what's going on there. That's crazy. That dude's going to get blacklisted. If it's not true, he'll never work for an organization again. If it is true, he'll never work for an organization again. I don't get the value of that, but read a little bit more of that. Also, I got to tell you, I'm going to post a cool picture tonight. Dougie put the order in for us. Like Dougie, like, you know, he is considered our group photographer, but he also has taken charge of marketing and or all of our. Outside of Chris does a lot of this too, but he put together these shirts, Dougie did. He just put an order in for us, and they arrived finally today. So if you've been waiting on one, whether it's a hoodie, a long sleeve, a hat, or a beanie, they're in. They just came today. I'll get that all settled up. It did not go in the ship, however. And then, there was something else I wanted to tell you guys. Oh, Limited. Limited is going to drop tonight. I think we're just going to do smaller group PYTs because it's a cheaper product, and I think it'll make it fun for PYTs. All right. Well, and you know what, James? Those teams will be cheaper, especially in blasters. Downtown teams are going to be moved up significantly. It's going to be an awkward price, and I'm going to disclaim it. Like, this is not our normal pricing formula for like this product. However, we're hunting for downtown, so those teams have been moved up. It just is what it is. That's why I like the random teams in it, but per request. Plus, you'll get all, you know, you still have the chance to get rookies and stuff like that. So, you still have, it's not just everything ships but vet base. So you get rookies, inserts. When I sorted the first one, James, I didn't do the second one we just did yesterday. There were still plenty of cards for every team. But Doug's far from lazy. No, James, you still get plenty of cards. It's just there's not a ton of quote unquote hits. But I'm going to drink to you guys. This goes out to you guys for always being patient. Everything ships but vet base. If you absolutely have to have it, you know, let me know. Yep. Always, James. Appreciate you guys. Ooh, I haven't had raspberry vodka since college, I don't think. Ooh. All right, here we go. This is a little messy here, so bear with me. And you guys trust me. So what I'm going to do, instead of trying to do this in front of the camera, because there's not a lot of space, I'm going to actually bust this up on my lap so you see it's a sealed case. I guess I could kind of try to, like, you guys, you know. I'm right here. I'm going to, I guess I could take them out here and stack them up for now. I just want you to see that it's a sealed case. I try to do it all on camera, but it just becomes such a disastrous mess to do that. Here, I'll just sit them over here. I'm going to start laying them here. I'm not going anywhere. You guys, this is why I don't break on Whatnot too, is I know that, and I saw this post this week. Someone said something to the extent of, I trust my breaker so much, I don't even watch the breaks. I just wait to see what I get in the mail. You know, that's how breaks used to get done. And it's crazy because you could never do that now, but people do it. We act like we don't do it. There's someone said it's changed, but is there still a recording on Whatnot? I don't know. We're going to do a few at a time here. We're going to actually open a few blasters at a time here. The Browns base. Well, listen, if you ever... So someone reached out to me and said, I'll buy the base for this team. And I said, I can't sell it. I don't want to sell it. Usually what happens with this base is I give it out to kids at shows. If a kid comes by, and I don't know if you heard that story, I'll tell that then in a little bit. But if a kid comes by and says, do you have any free cards? I'll pull a stack of this out. And hey, this is what, like, that's what they get. And it's cool. A lot of kids really like that. We also make dollar grab bags, or what I've been doing is like $2 and they have a hit in them. Or what I'll do is I'll take some from my collection, like some of the bigger name. I'll put them in there. Where if a kid comes by wearing a jersey, I'm able to like kind of grab like a Patrick Mahomes card or something like that, hand it to them, be like, hey, you know, and it means a lot to those kids. So that's what we do. But someone said, can I buy the, you know, X team? I said, because he didn't have them, I said, I can't sell them, but if you reach out to the person that had them, I'd be happy to pull their base, a few of their base cards and send them your way. So I oops, sorry, I knocked the camera. I don't ever want to make money on the back end on it. Let me fix this. And that's kind of what I told the person. I don't want to ever make money like saying, oh yeah, we don't ship base, and then we, you know, profit off of it. So that's the thing. I'm not sorting them. That's, oh man. Sorry guys, give me a second here. I'm not even sorting the vet base. The vet base don't even get sorted. If you want him to have your inserts and stuff like that, that's perfectly fine. But part of the reason we do the blaster cases, it would take me forever. Just give me a second here. Man, this has never been worse than it is now. I just think it's gotten to be that time. It's finally time to replace it. They don't even get put with the mix. So that's the other thing. Some people use their base for packing support. We do filler cards, as we're blessed to have a bunch of those. So yeah, and that's the thing. It's the reason, like I said, this really probably also, you know, intents and purpose should have been a couple dollars more. But A, I save time to the vet base. I save a little bit on the shipping by not shipping the vet base. As far as weight goes, because it's heavy, man. You should see. And there's still a lot of cards. It takes almost a 2-row box with just the inserts, rookies, and like, you know, short prints, whatever you want to call them, hits. All right, good luck, everyone. A lot of news. So my brother asked me today, how do you guys feel about Allen Robinson? There's a Pierre Strong. So like, see, I'll show you what all ships in. It's crazy. How do you guys feel about Allen Robinson as a receiver? And I have some Bears people in here. I don't know if we have a lot of Rams people in here. But this was an interesting conversation, and I kind of wanted to go off with this with you guys. Tyler Boyd, Elite Series. Oh, yeah, man. It's great at kids. Oh, I want to tell you that story. So here's the problem, and I saw it at the show at Chantilly, too. Breece Hall, Dallas Go Dirt, Press Proof, and Ashawn Robinson. So the problem with giving kids cards is this. Fidarius Mathis, and there's a Sauce, and a Romeo Doubs. It becomes a... You give like a kid a card, like a pile of cards, or, you know, a cool card, and then it's kind of like, you know, feeding a cat, right? They all start to... Oh, do we have an autograph? Oh, no, it's a Lamar. Vortex, though. And Dolkich and Shakir. We you know, and it's like feeding a stray cat, and now you have a ton of them at your door, which is fine. There's a Kenny Pickett. We only saw one of him last case, and there's a Cooper Kupp for the Rams. Well, he's not done, and I'm going to tell you why, Chris. We're going to get into that. So here became the bigger problem, and I saw it in Chantilly too. It's not just giving cards away. What happens is these kids will come and you'll give them cards, which is cool. But I've noticed they're trying to sell them other dealers in. Like, what will you trade me or pay me for these cards? They'll try the trade-up challenge with cards they got for free. I'm all about the trade-up challenge, but I believe it should be done by younger kids. And it should be started with a fairly semi-decent card. Not like, here's a Cooper Kupp insert, what will you give me? Which is what I did. I told him he could pick any autograph out of a certain box. And he picked, like, you know, a Contenders. He picked a couple, and I offered him the Contenders one. He tried to pick some out of a different box, was why I said I let him pick out of a pile that he picked. So anyhow, you know, and then he came back to me 4 times. I upgraded his own card like 4 times. Well, apparently, and I'm a little off track now. Here's a Thibodeau and an Oladukin. Apparently, there are adults trying this now. And it's kind of like, dude, don't do that. If you're an adult, we're not giving you favors. It's kind of a thing people do at shows for kids. Kobe Bryant, Raekwon Davis, Van Jefferson, and Jamison Williams. The trade-up challenge should not be done by adults. And the adults trying to do that, come on, just stop. Ooh, we have an optic. We didn't get one of these last case. We got one in our first case. Maybe this will be a case like our first one. George Pickens, and it is a nice one. Kenny Pickett, Jason Mello getting it. There we go. Optic Contenders rated rookie. So Chris, it's funny because my brother's all about, he's always been an A-Rob fan, right? And fantasy, he like watching them. So to kind of switch gears, I'll get off that now. To switch gears a little bit, we went out obviously to the Bills LA game to start the season, and A-Rob had like no targets, or they didn't really hit him at all. It wasn't like he had drops. And the crazy thing about it, Tyler Batty, Garrett Wilson, Cam Akers, and Zamir White, he has, I forget how they figure this out, but Pro Football Focus, whatever, however they do it, like separation or distance between, like his open rate is huge. Danny Gray and Majay Sanders. And he went from being in like Chicago to Jacksonville with no quarterback, to Chicago with no real quarterback, to LA where he had Stafford, but Stafford had a horrible season last year, right? He signed a contract last year. I think it's it was $35 million over 3 years. No, it might be bigger than that. Look it up if you want to. I don't want to take more time. But like a pretty big contract. And my brother asked me today, and this is the next question I'm going to pose to you. Would you rather have DeAndre Hopkins or Allen Robinson? Now, remember, Hopkins is 3 years older. All right, so this is out of two blasters. Not only did we get these two that we did, but this is what comes out of two blasters with just rookies, inserts, extras, all that stuff, press proofs, all that. Anything but vet base. So that's out of two. Wait till you see our stack with what. So my answer, honestly, was it's half a dozen one, six of the other, because I think Hopkins is. I'm very much of a buy into the theory of I'd rather be, a day early than a day late on people, and I think Hopkins, the reason he got busted with steroids or player enhancement, whatever PDEs, player development, whatever they're called. We got Jelani Woods, Fred Taylor, and Trayvon Walker, is because you see that happen. I mean, there's been multiple shows about these players, about football, and it's always these old guys trying to keep up. There's a nice Jamar Chase Vortex, Justin Fields. I don't know. I don't want to pay for a Hopkins once. Remember this. Hopkins once. Who was it that just got paid? Treylon Burks. There's a Stafford. Speaking of the Rams, Hopkins wants some legitimate money, more than what Allen Robinson's contract is. But I also said that if we took Allen Robinson, I'd want to renegotiate his contract. So you guys aren't answering me, though. You're not saying, no, not one person said who they would rather have. Stingley and Olave and Jordan Brooks. Don't forget to get your downtown guesses in. We're going to give $20 credit if you get it. Kyler Gordon, Reggie Wayne, and David Long. Hey, Zach, I already took a shot, but I'll take one more with you, man. Neither? Well, the Bills need one. All right, let me put it out here. Who would you rather have? Allen Robinson? And this will tell you how many people watched the Bills last year. Allen Robinson, DeAndre Hopkins, or Gabe Davis? Go ahead, answer that before I tell you exactly why I think you're right. Parsons has already guessed. Zach says D-Hop. Zach's in here. He'll talk to me. He just got off of work. He's ready to have a conversation. Dude, I'm always fired up after shipping days. I'm going to be straight up with you guys. Like, I hate being... Oh, whoa, there you go. Brees Hall for the Jets going out to Corey Kelly. Figures. I get in one of Corey Kelly's razzes, and I... Not even close. I gave him all his excuses. Wow, you nailed it, Logan. I don't even know if it's laziness or if he has Zay Jones syndrome. Like, he just can't catch balls in Buffalo. It's too cold for him or something. Drake London, Evan McPherson, and Aaron Donald. Jeremy Rucker, Keontae Ingram, and another one. Man, yesterday was the disappearing Kenny Pickett act. Today we already have 3, and one of those is the optic, and one of those is the rookies. He is. I feel like Gabe Davis is a playoff guy, which is great to have, but yeah, you need him during the season too. Oladukin and Danny Gray. Kobe Bryant, Thibodeau, and is this numbered? No, it's just a Brees Hall Gridiron Kings. Dude, did you guys see some of the booklets and the multiple autos? Trey McBride and Nick Bonito going out to the rated rookies. Oh, I know. I had him in a touchdown only, Gabe Davis, because I figured, you know, he's very good at the touchdowns. He makes those big plays. Dude, what a letdown he was this year. Now, it doesn't mean he's going to do that this year. Someone said, I don't know if it was an April Fool's joke or what, but Dawson Knox is leaving the Bills. My brother and I talked about it today. The Bills have been very quiet in the offseason. I want to believe. I talked to some guys at the there were a lot of Buffalo fans at the Chantilly show. I don't know why. It's south. It's not like we went further north. There was a few there, dealers. And the conversations I had is like, we all kind of agreed, like, all right, this is McDermott's year. Like, if it's a shitty year, we sucked more without Dayball. McDermott's taken over the defensive plays too. So we got rid of Frazier's taking time off, and McDermott's taking over the defense. It's going to be interesting in Buffalo this year. Yeah, his elbow is really bad. Like, I don't think people realized how hurt he was playing. But again, there's a Brock Purdy, T. Higgins press proof, Stafford, and a Mixon. But I agree, he needs to fix the turnovers. That was his issue in 2019 after his rookie season. Why everyone kind of hopped off the Allen bandwagon. We talked about this. When you could buy Allen's RPAs for like $120. You really could in 2019. You could buy Allen RPAs for like $120. You could buy his Contenders no fee auto for $200 all day. Cam Taylor-Britt and Romeo Doubs. And then in 2020, obviously, he did his thing. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Logan, but I don't know Carlos Correa and how he is. I'm not really sure what the comparison is. What is it that full season? So he's always injured. My brother said that about that. That was his concern with Allen Robinson, Jamison Williams. There's a nice Desmond Ridder, Jerome Ford. So Allen Robinson was a rookie in 2014. D-Hop was 2011. Tolbert and DeMarvin Leal and a Dan Marino Gridiron Kings. Hey, what's up, Hitman? So here's another question. I like that we're talking about this, but go ahead, keep talking about this because I like the D-Hop Allen conversation. That's Allen Robinson. But I gotta know before we get to the draft, and I'm not including rookies in this year. Who is the guy that we all wished we would be collecting? And this is I want to hear it. I kind of want a record of this. And we might, you know what I may do? We might kick off our Blazing Boards this year and do a clothing giveaway, like a hat or a beanie, if you answer. But I want to know everyone's, like, your penny stock buy. Not even penny stock, but like, who's this year's breakout guy that we're like, man, I wish I would have bought more of him. I wish I would have invested more in this guy. We haven't really talked a lot about that. There's a cool sauce, Rookie Revolution. We haven't really talked a lot about that. And as we approach a draft, I'm kind of curious what everyone thinks. There's a Matt Corral. Trey Lance press proof. I mean, could it be him? Everyone's collecting Purdy. What if Trey Lance comes in and tears up? Malone, Algier, and OBJ. It's so funny. People say that, Scott, and next year that'll be the situation. We're all chasing Sam Howell next year because he has the Washington Commanders 9-0 in the East. Sauce and Mathis. Can you imagine? Imagine that. And like now everyone wants Howell cards. Quay Walker, Breece Hall, and a Joe Burrow throwback. That's a cool one. It's not like it's impossible for that to happen. But you say that, but everyone was doing the same thing you're saying about 2022 about Burrow. Remember, people were selling Burrow for nothing. Nothing, because he tore his knee. He'll never play again. He sucks. Ha ha. All you guys that bought Burrow. Just last year in week 4, people were like, T-Law is trash. All you idiots that invested in him. Look at you now, you fools. Like, this is why you don't invest in rookie QBs. Buy vets like Brady and buy Herbert. You got to buy Herbert. You're an idiot. Like, if you didn't buy Herbert, you didn't see the writing on the wall. And now it's like T-Law selling like Herbert. Why is it that we wait to be like a year, You have to pay him so yes, the money comes into the play. I want to read this because this is the question I asked. I kind of want to follow this up. He full year, the hobby is a wave. You have to know to ride it. What happens when? Yeah, I'm with Logan. Where when you get older, you do start to miss. Like that goes back. This is out of all those blasters. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here that get chipped. That's why I say like rather be a year early and a year late, meaning that I'd rather get rid of a guy a year early than be late on it. Like I don't want to pull D-Hop in now. Yeah, but remember this. Remember how much we loved guys like Terrell Owens and Chad Johnson and Le'Veon Bell and Todd Gurley, and then like a year later they're not in the league. Melvin Gordon. These are guys who were like. Antonio Brown's a little bit of a different situation, but it's still the same thing. You don't know. These guys are good, and then they disappear. They've been good for years. It's not like, they were good for a year. I'm naming guys that were good, and then they weren't. Chad Johnson, Terrell Owens, Dez Bryant, Todd Gurley, Le'Veon Bell. And there's a lot of situations. Le'Veon Bell on his contract and sitting out and this and that, But it happens. These guys are good, and then they're just not. There's a nice Desmond Ridder canvas. I'm Zach. I like you, but I'm with Logan on this one, man. It's out 30. You hit that 30. Ebiketie and Sky Moore. There's a big difference. But I agree. Allen Robinson has yet to have he has never had a Josh Allen, although Josh Allen wasn't super accurate. Drake London. Christian Watson, the rookies. I think this draft is going to be freaking great this year. That's where we're going to do some really cool breaks with it. Zamir White, Ruckert, and Chris Olave, Rookie Revolution. We haven't had a numbered card yet. We had the optic preview, but no numbered card. Davis and Carson Strong, and there's a road to the Super Bowl, Nick Bosa. Brandon Smith. Mathis rated rookie, and Cooper Kupp, the champ, is here. Scott, I I agree, but there's parts of me now after going to the show that I disagree with you. I got to tell you, man, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, I think wide receivers may break that mold just a little bit. And again, not on a high volume level. Like, you're not going to buy like a Brock Purdy at the beginning of the season for $12 and then sell it for $1,200 when you look at a wide receiver. But if you're playing a volume game and not like a big jump game, dude, some of these wide receivers have... These are good. We have a lot of different conversations going on, but there's some good ones. I get what you're saying, Scott, but there have been some wide receivers that have kind of broken the mold there a little bit. I agree long term. I'm not talking necessarily super long term, but you can get burnt really hard long term too, Scott. I mean, buy a Herbert last year, sell it this year. Buy a Justin Jefferson last year, sell it this year. Your risk is a lot lower. But your reward's a lot lower too, you know. If you're playing the floor and ceiling game, Hutchinson and Ajabo, and there's a Nakobe Dean. But then buy Josh Allen in 2019, sell it in 2020, and I get what you're saying. You know, there's a Jamal Lewis, Bernard, and Pierce. Yeah, that's what's weird too. Like, why do we... Now, that's what's going to make Brady very, 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 very curious about the Brady situation now that he's fully, truly retired. I think it's just going to be his early stuff and numbered stuff that holds. You know, I don't think like his base graded stuff is going to ever be worth anything. It's going to be his early stuff. There's Olave and Kyler Gordon and a Jamar Chase. Brian Robinson and Stingley, and there's a Kamara. Those cards are so pretty. I would like to get more numbered ones. Gonna find her downtown here somewhere. Yeah, Scott, that's a good way to put it. It's like your blue chips are definitely your quarterback, but I just see the risk. That's why when people say just buy the cards you want and don't buy packs or boxes or getting breaks. Okay, the card I want... Oops, hold on, let me fix the camera. The card I want is out of my reach. I looked at them this weekend. If I would have bought him breaks, then I would have been fine. Now, if I would have bought him then maybe, sure. But that's when the game changed. Like, you could buy the Josh Allen that's $8K now for maybe $400 or $500 in. If I want that same equivalent of, say, a Jordan Love even. Let's use Jordan Love, who's not really played. Dude, the Jordan Love prices at shows were just silly. Why? I'm not even talking about ink. Like, there were some ink ones that were like... I'm talking like $1,000. They were low number. They were graded 10. They were nice cards. But where's your jump there? Like, you know, Scott, I could tell you this. You have $1,000. What do you buy? Well, it's not going to be anything of value in a Herbert, Burrow, Allen, Brady, Burrow, Herbert, Allen, Brady. I'm trying to think of all the guys. Lawrence, Fields. I couldn't even get a good Fields. You know what I mean? And like, again, I think there's a reason for that. There's Bailey Zappi. Zappi I could get good value on. Wahlberg and Brisker. But like, jeez. I could not find any quarterback. There's Cook. There's a press-proof Breece Hall. So $1,000, man, it's like, where do you... I just don't get it. Elam and White. My eyes were definitely very opened at the show. Christian Watson and Hassan Haskins. Breece Hall. I don't know when you got in the hobby, but if you got in the hobby after 2017, it's been that way since. Matt Corral, Devontae Wyatt. There's a Desmond Ridder. Algier Malone. Oh, wait, I missed a rated rookie. There we go. I was surprised I could find some like Mahomes. Like I found that one Mahomes score rookie for $25. I was all right. I don't have any left. I sold mine, you know, when they were like, I sold them for about what they are now. I could buy one back, but I haven't. But I got like a score rookie for $25. It's, you know, that's cool to have because there wasn't a lot of them made then. It's not like now, and that's part of my issue too. All right, Scott, so spend it for me. I did this practice. I actually went and looked at physical cards. So tell me what, like, maybe we got to do this. Like, show me eBay sales. Maybe I'll do a giveaway for this. Show me, while showing me eBay sales, show me how, with recent comps, show me how you would spend $1,000. So, Scott, one long-term $400. Just start with that. This, I hope you guys are all right with this on a blaster case. This is a cool conversation. This is the stuff I love to talk about. Where would that $400 go? I'm going to pour a shot up, too. If anyone wants to take one with me, I'd gladly take one with you. I have to clean up dog shit after this, so... I am going to post up limited probably around 7:30 tonight, by the way. $300 to $400, I was shocked what that will get you. I did, you know what I bought? My Josh Allen red, white, and blue. PSA 9, mind you. Not like it's, if it goes up, it's probably going to be worth $500, which is a great jump. You're talking like a 20% jump, which is better than any market right now. It's funny, James. Someone asked me, Wes asked me today in the earlier break, Contenders about the repack, and he said, you're gonna put a lot of Leaf Autos in there. I said, the only Leaf Autos that are going in are good names. Because I do feel like what we've noticed is guys stop signing a lot, right? Like, it's hard to find an Allen auto now. It's hard to find a Herbert auto now. Like, not as much Herbert, but it's hard to find, like, Mahomes auto, good luck. But if I would have a couple Leaf of his... But like Herbert, those guys who have proven themselves, you can still get their Leaf Autos. Trevor Lawrence. That was for you, Zach. There's another. McGinn brought that up the other day. Fields, but he doesn't sign for Leaf, does he? Does Fields have Leaf Autos? Yeah, I saw a Burrow out of 6 from Pro Set something, and it sold for like $200. Give that to me. That's what I said. I think that those are some ones that have value there. He did his rookie year, Field. Guys, the one thing I always try to do is educate you guys as collectors, not just collectors, investors, buyers, you know, even flippers to a sense. I don't flip cards. But these are common like practices people need to do in the hobby that we don't. You know, we don't like process these Treylon Burks, Kenyon Green, and Hines Ward. We don't process these thoughts enough. We just buy or get in without thinking. Booth and Channing Tindall, and there's a Justin Herbert production line. I'll top load that. Those seem pretty rare. Yeah, they seem almost as rare as Crunch Times. Bo Melton, Jamison Williams, and Joe Mixon. Like, I'd be curious how common they are. We have opened 3 cases now, plus 30 blasters. And I've maybe pulled 5 of these, and I've pulled 3 Crunch Times. I would say these are almost as common or as rare. I think this year in Leaf, in the one Leaf product coming out, Kyler Gordon, Trayvon Walker, I think there's like some really good vet names in it. I want to say I saw Allen, Jelani Woods, Eazy-E, Matt Gay. Where's our downtown? Because I pay you guys if we don't hit it downtown. Kingsley, Roquan, and Robert Woods. Scott, answer my question. I buy a nice Tom Brady rookie, $300 to $400. One T-Law or Burrow RPA. The rest, Julio Rodriguez rookie card. Okay, and then maybe I only looked at like good ones or graded ones, but like, what's a T-Law or Burrow RPA go for? I don't know that I can. Like you're just saying, like even numbered out of like 249 or something, right? Thank you, Scott, for answering. I appreciate it. Because like, can you find a good one for $300 to $400? You're just saying anyone, just to own one. Yeah, like that's my thing, James. I'm like, I don't know what Burrow or T-Law RPA you're getting quite for that price. RPA. Like, I saw someone put up an Element out of 50 T-Law, and they wanted $400 for it. Element on-card T-Law, numbered out of 50. That's a good buy to me. That's $400. You could get that. But an RPA would have to be pretty... I need to hit you, or you need me to hit a DT? Yeah, you can hit me one, Dave. We're 2 for 2 on cases. We got Ezekiel Elliott and Ernest Jones. Matt Corral, rated rookie, Devontae Wyatt. And there's the Desmond Ridder Elite Series. D'Angelo Malone. Hey! There it is! For the New Orleans Saints, Jeffrey Guffey. Is Guffey a Saints fan too? Rookie downtown. So we've had a vet, a retired star, and a rookie. Josh Allen, Earl Campbell, and Chris Olave. Mid-level hobby. All right, Scott. So I got to look and see. I'll show that again at the end of the box. Let me go through this box, and then we'll look at that again. Fidarius Mathis and Sauce Gardner. Damian Pierce. Like if you guys didn't hear my recap of the show, the downtowns and kabooms, they would not flex on pricing. They were way over comps, which makes me believe that like if you want to just buy what's available on eBay on auction, and just hopefully it doesn't go too high. You guessed it. You get $20 credit, dude. $20 credit for Jeff Guffey, and he gets it downtown. I'm treating it like a 101, man. Congratulations, Guffey. And again, those are the kind of things we can do here because you guys are patient and awesome with me. I appreciate it. That's awesome, man. So your spot, not only is it about paid for, you paid $4 for your spot with the credit on the guess. I'm going to take his word for it, but if anyone has any discrepancy, speak now or forever hold your peace. That's awesome. Oh, I wanted to show it. Let me show how clean it is. Guffey, would you like it in a mag case? I will happily mag that up for you. The downtowns I've been putting in top loaders because I know guys are particular about them. Doesn't mean we can't pull another. We still have about half a case left. Cortland Sutton Elite Series. Damian Pierce and Terrell Bernard. And oh, hey, you'll take it. Patrick Mahomes. It's a napkin swatch. Why they can't just, since it's not from any specific game or event, why they can't just put a nice patch in there? But going to the Kansas City Chiefs, you know, you're talking, there's it got to be $20 card. I mean, I can't find anything cheaper than him that has anything in it. Anything numbered. I mean, even anything numbered with him. Trent McDuffie and Aiden Hutchinson and a Breece Hall. Yeah, I got you, Guffey. Greg Dulcich and Shakir. Scott, I honestly like your list. And not only because there's a Kenny Pickett. Not only because you went with like a pretty... I would say T-Law probably has a little bit more growth now than Burrow, just because Burrow's a year younger, which means, you know, if T-Law gets there this year, they're even. Oh, no, that wouldn't be the case. See, I was looking at how many opportunity. Like, Boye Mafe. So, like, every year that passes, to me, Josh Allen's cards get a little less valuable. Because it's kind of now the chase for Brady. And that's why I feel like Mahomes cards are still undervalued at this point. Like, that guy has so much career left. I think a Mahomes card has to be, like a graded Mahomes card has to be in my mix there. Even if it's just like a base or a numbered card, like a PSA 10, something. I want to see what was a nice Tom Brady rookie, $300 to $400. And you can do that. I don't know if you can get it like a 10 though. You know, you're not getting a 10, so you're... And now that... You want a Santa? That would be awesome because then everyone would have a chance at it. That's what I thought. I can see maybe the T-Law, but I think, Scott, you're out of range at the Burrow. He's slightly higher because he's been to the one. Oh, now I lost my train. Oh, can I ask you guys something? Can we talk about grading for a minute? I have learned that if it's not a PSA 10, it's not that it's not worth nothing, but like people will send in with a raw card with the hopes to get a 10 unless it looks horrible. To me, buying raw is a better bet than buying a PSA 9 because hey, you never know. The way PSA is grading now, he hit a 10. I've seen some pictures of 10s. I'm like, how the hell did that hit a 10? And for some reason, people hate Beckett. They didn't help themselves. Woo! Olave on one. Press proof out of 75. Double trouble, Guffey. What do you mean, James? Tell me. We'll be paying up. What do you mean? Did we make a bet that I forgot about? This happens to me all the time. Shakir, and there's another Kenny Pickett with a Zach Wilson behind it. Sauce and Dolkich. Well, would you say Allen? Allen didn't destroy the team's contract either. Bernard, McDuffie, and Prescott. Harris, Pierce, and production line Nick Chubb. So maybe they're not quite as rare. I haven't seen that many. Boye Mafe and Tyron Davis Price. I don't think he's one and done. Listen, right now, with the team in place, I would invest in Burrow before Allen. Although Allen has fewer, what do we have left? 2, 3, 6. We have 7 left. And just to show you guys, when we talk about, like, although Vet Base doesn't ship, I mean, this is just, we have 7 blasters left. These are all cards at will. Rookies, inserts, press proofs, things like that. Not to mention a pile of top loaders. That included the Kenny Pickett stuff there. It's a Kenny Pickett kind of break. Do we miss any? I mean, Kenny Pickett taking over tonight. And then 2 patches, a downtown, and a press proof Olave. So, good stuff there. But if selling online, less hassle when a card is graded. I agree. Listen, Scott, I paid for a PSA 9. I could have got a raw for probably $100 cheaper. But I bought it because, I wanted it for it's my collection. I don't even like PSA. I really don't. I should have bought raw and just sent it in the HGA. But they're hard to find. They don't pop up often when I'm talking about the red, white, and blue stripe Allen rookies. We got another optic, I think. Another optic card coming. I thought maybe for a second it might be a downtown. This is a good case. But I bought it because I just wanted it protected more than anything. And I know that it's guaranteed to be a 9. It's not numbered, so if I ever wanted to have it re-slabbed, I could. Like, I could crack it and send it in, hopefully, for a 10. A.J. Brown, Eric Weddle. Kyle Hamilton, Brandon Smith, and Aaron Rodgers. Is that deal going to get done? But Scott, I like that you, anyhow, I never finished. I like that you threw baseball in. It's going to be for the Bills. Khalil Shakir, optic rated rookie, 2 in this break. I know, I'm finally about to just finally send some in for... Oh, we didn't do the stack yet. Okay, sorry. Oh, we got a Drake London, McCreary, and Antonio Gibson, and another Nick Chubb production line. Just as I say, they're kind of rare. Rucker and Ingram. Then we pull like 2 Nick Chubbs back to back. Panini always likes to turn me into a liar. No one sent me a shot video, huh? Bunch of bitches. See Zach, why I don't do them. Sean Alexander. And a Jordan Davis. These are fun. I mean, for $24 a spot, these are fun breaks. I know it doesn't have autos and stuff, but I mean, you're getting a bunch of rated. And speaking of grading, great opportunity to send in. Like if you're looking to send in. Oh, Scott, 100%, and especially for memorabilia. Especially for memorabilia. I am you know, like there's a couple more. It's not just Beckett for grading or for memorabilia. PSA doesn't do it, but like. JSA I'm good with. Beckett I'm good with. You know, but dude, I've seen so many guys get burnt. Well, it's authenticated. And then they like look it up. This company's trash. Like, I'm like, buddy of mine has a Patrick Mahomes helmet. Won it in a Raz. Got it. Did some research. Not a real grading company. It's worth it. It's worth $100 maybe. Because even if it's a, what do they call them? Facsimiles or fast? How do you say? I never know how to say that word. Devontae Wyatt and Travis Jones, Josh Jacobs, and there it is, Kelsey production line. A Matt Corral behind it, and Algier. Walter Payton, Bailey Zappi, Malone, and Rondé Barber. Obviously the BGS thing is a hot topic right now. There's Brisker, Buda, and Von Miller. But like BGS tried to do the right thing that people said they wanted, and they did it, and then BGS people were mad, so they switched it. And in the end, I think they just hurt their value. Kyrie Lim, James Cook, Bills back to back. Haskins and Rashad White. I just think they end up hurting their value and their brand. FCG grading? No, I haven't. But again, I'm with Scott. I don't grade cards. I've never graded a card in my life. As a PC guy, I'm all about HGA. You can hate, well, HGA is worthless, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I like their slabs. I love them. I think they look awesome. I'm happy that they're cheaper. I hope that nobody gets on board with HGA. I hope the HGA is a successful grading company. They continue to grade, and that the value doesn't go up. Do you want to know why? Because I ain't grading to get value. If I grade a card for if I want to grade a card for value, I'll go to PSA. I get it. I don't understand it. I'll never agree with it, but I'm not a dummy. I know that's where the value is. And when people ask me, I get this question asked a lot. I'm going to send some cards in for grading. Where should I go? Honestly, I get this message at least twice a week. And I say, well, what's your purpose? Are you trying to sell it and collect it? Or what is your ultimate goal? I'd like to sell it. 100% always PSA. That might change if it's like vintage baseball, because who is it that does really well? Is that what? What's the company that does really well at vintage baseball or vintage cards? But like I say, if it's PC, man, you can't go wrong with HGA. Those slabs are gorgeous. But like, I used to be a big Beckett fan, and what Beckett does that I love, that I wish that like these companies would adopt, but it seems like it's hurt them more, is the subgrades and the half scores. You know, other companies do the half scores, but The subgrades, I don't understand how PSA can just give 9 and a 10 without subgrades. Sign, Simmons, and Robert Woods. Uh-oh, the kids are fighting outside. And there's a Sam Howell. That's our first Sam Howell to break. I think he's the guy to invest in, honestly. But he could also be a Daniel Jones or a Mitch Trubisky. David Bell and Cameron Thomas. Oh, are politics at play with grading? Absolutely. If you have a Premier account, 100%. There's another Purdy. Deshaun Watson. There's a throwback Watson. And a Trevon Walker Rookie Revolution. We got Devin Lloyd and Daubs. That's my problem, Scott, is I don't trust the grading system. I mean, I also don't think that, I don't want to believe that certain breakers get loaded cases. I just think it's a volume thing. So maybe some of those guys, Alec Pierce, Cam Taylor-Britt, and Dwight Freeney, I think some of these grading people that send in, they got, of course they got a 10 on this. How many cards did they submit? What's their percentage rate, you know? Yeah, I can, James. For sure. I appreciate you letting me know that, and that's something I can do for sure. You grade for value increase. Can you slab it like HGA does, though, Scott? And I'm talking the custom slabs. Have you seen them? Like the kabooms. Like I have the turkey leg one with Josh Allen. I haven't sent it in. I paid for it to get graded and everything. Talked to the HGA person. They said, yeah, send it in. We'll finish it. But I want to get like a Thanksgiving theme at the top, like a Charlie Brown thing or something like that. Again, thank you, James. I will go through those and double check for rookies and inserts and all that too. And that's to me, a typewriter can do what PSA does, Scott, and I get what you're saying. I really do. Why would I? You can buy the slabs online for a couple bucks. You're not wrong, Scott. You're not wrong. I mean, it might be worse. It might be worse. Because it's already in a slab, and people don't want to crack it and take the chance of damaging the card. They'd rather buy it raw, submit it to one of the major companies. All right, there's Olave. There's a Malik Willis. There's a Snoop Connor. Oh, we gotta move this over here. See, hold on. That goes up there. All right, there we go. Karlaftis, Jalen Reagor, and Van Jefferson. Watson and Hassan Haskins, and there's a Sky Moore Gridiron Kings. Rashard White, Kyrum, and Wan'Dale Robinson. I'm still an advocate for grading numbered cards, though. I just think it's going to come down. There's Cook and Brisker and ETN. It's going to come down the pop count in the end. And I did notice this. I didn't bring this up. But I did notice that a lot of stands at the card show, you know what I saw? Bailey Zappi. I saw a lot of people saying, oops, if they had a graded card and it was pretty rare, like a Josh Allen or a Joe Burrow, they actually had pop count whatever on the card. Only if it was low. Of course, if they had one that wasn't low, they didn't have it. Yeah, Scott, the grading companies are playing a volume game. I honestly think it's a dart throw. I don't, again, I get the value it has in the hobby. I understand it. I don't necessarily agree with it. I don't take part in it, but I understand it. I should say, I don't understand it. I should say, I'm not ignorant to the fact that it exists. And I've accepted that it is a part of the hobby, although I don't like it. I think I'd like it more if it was computer done. Like if there was less human subjectivity to it. And like, for reasons like you said, I mean, if, you know, I know a guy that works at PSA, and I drink beer with him, and one night I slipped him, you know, a couple $1,000 that hey, I have an order coming in. You don't tell me that doesn't happen. Don't tell me that, like, I drink with, like, you know, Mark over at PSA every weekend, and I said, hey, by the way, Mark, I'm going to let you know the order's coming in. And I hand Mark an envelope, you know, or whatever. Mark just takes care of me, and I get my order back, and I take, you know, Mark out for a great time. That shit definitely happens. Kenyon Green, AJ Terrell, Beckham, and there's a Sauce, the rookies, Easy E and Kingsley. I've never cracked one, but I watched them cracked at the National a lot, Scott, because guys actually buy vintage packs that are graded and then have them cracked to open. I think the thought is that the pack graded a 10, then the cards in there are going to be like not creased. But I would imagine there's a chance that during the packing process of the grading, the slabbing, they're no longer that, you know, good. Oh, Kevin, it's the number one thing I have against PSA is, oh, you get more value if you grade with them. Well, yeah, but then how much did they take away from that card? You know, what's your overall dollar? Jameson Williams, Ebiketie, and Austin Eckler. I'm with you, Kevin. I couldn't agree more. Tyndall and Melton. And there we go. Romeo Doubs patch for the Packers. That's why, like, when you send in a card and it's like all of a sudden it gets a 10 and it's like, oh, by the way, you owe an extra couple $1,000s. Why wouldn't they give it? What's it hurt them? Burks, Booth, and a Waddle. What would it hurt them for? We have not had a crunch time yet. Wow. We did have 2 optics. And we did have our downtown. We do have our 3 patches, which is what we got, but not a crunch time yet. So I would say we are going to get a crunch time yet. And it's unfortunate, Scott, which is like kind of the bad side of the hobby. We're seeing it with Fanatics now, you know? People are so like up in arms because they're like, I thought Fanatics was supposed to like put the money back in the hands of the... Well, listen, Fanatics has kind of cut out distributors and they sold a lot on their site more, but the prices are higher than they've ever been. And people are like, that's because of breakers. Let me tell you, I talk to a lot of guys who break, and I know a lot of guys... There are not a lot of guys buying volume on Topps website. So if you think breakers are the reason that Topps is able to charge X amount of dollars for next year's Bowman, it has nothing to do with that. That's Fanatics trying to recoup the billions of dollars they're investing over and over again. Woo, there's a nice one. Mahomes press proof. Donald and Tyquan Thornton. We got a Spiller and Jermaine Johnson. It's not going to get cheaper too because they have to continue to pay these licensing fees year in and year out with these athletes. I think it would get more expensive, honestly, every year with Fanatics. Sam Williams and Linderbaum. The black out of 25 Mahomes rated rookie. It would cost you $1,000 to grade that card. Just to grade it. I mean, they're saying, hey, I kind of get their point. Like, we're adding value to our card. We've developed a business that adds value to their card. At the same time, isn't that your business model? Like, shouldn't it be a flat fee? Malik Willis, and there's Malik Willis and DeAndre Swift. Did they always do that? DeAndre Swift, did they always like upcharge, or was that like a fairly new thing when the boom hit? We got Velos Jones and Kobe Dean. That's a post-COVID thing? Yeah. Scott, you sent me photos, but you didn't send me a shot. No one's going to take one? that would be my only argument. So when they say PSA 9's as good as a raw, I would say yes and no. I mean, to get that card slabbed even as a 9, you're out $1,000. So like a card like that is not the same. But I would say like a base Mac Jones rated rookie Donruss PSA 9 is the same as a raw one. I'd rather have the raw. Honestly, and Jason and I have had this conversation. This is our last blaster, so hopefully one crunch time. I would say that I'd rather have it raw and send it in because at least have a chance at a 10. Oh, I heard that they won't even take in 86 Fleer, and I don't know if this is true. I heard this. They won't even take in an 86 Fleer Jordan rookie now without like, what is it, like $1,000 or something just to grade it? Is that true? Has anyone heard this? Oh, Mike, you're saying that. Did you just say that, Williamson? I heard that somewhere. Is that what you're saying? $1,000 just to grade a raw Michael Jordan. Alontae Taylor, Velus Jones, and Ricky Waters. Spiller and Mitchell. And David Long. And the gym coach, Antonio Gibson. No one's going to take a shot with me, huh? A little disappointed in you guys. Yeah, we pulled some Viking stuff. I know we have. Last stack. Good luck, everybody. We got Malik Willis, Karlaftis. There's a Bo Jackson there. How about that one? How about a Dalvin Cook throwback? Is he going to get traded? Ah, we got one. It's going to be a Brady for the Bucks. Don Wiley. There you go. Crunch time. Brady for the Bucks. So we did end up getting one. Nice. Last box. Oh, here's a Kobe Dean. Oh, yeah, that's that pile. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so, James, to your point, I will rifle through those, but these are our cards that were just inserts, rookies, short, like rep press proof, things like that. And that's not even the top-loaded ones. Again, limited will drop tonight. It's probably going to be actually near 8 o'clock now. I didn't realize this is almost taking us an hour and a half. These blasters do take some time. So, bear with me. But here we go. Malik Willis, rated rookie. Dalvin Cook throwback. We had the press proof Mahomes. I would imagine that's at least 10, 15 alone right there. Malik Willis, rated rookie. Sauce the rookies. Willis, Zappy, Howe, Purdy, Watson throwback. Trayvon Walker, Zappy, Shakir optic. Breece Hall canvas. Coral rated rookie. Ritter Elite Series. Herbert production line. Zappy, Breece Hall press proof. Breece Hall the rookies. Coral, Ritter rookie revolution. Ritter canvas. Sauce revolution. Coral base. Burrow throwback. Purdy base. Ritter base. Vortex Jamar Chase. And a Matt Coral base. We also had... Nice, Don. We also had a handful of Pickett's. 3 base rated rookies. The rookies insert and the optic banger going out to the Steelers. Jason Mello. That was nice for you, man. And then for our hits we had... Oh, wait. This doesn't count as a hit. Chris Olave, press proof rated rookie out of 75 die cut. Very nice card there. And then we have DeAndre Swift for the Detroit Lions. That's going to be going out to Richard Myler. We had the Romeo Doubs for the Green Bay Packers going out to Kevin Howard. We had the Patrick Mahomes for the Kansas City Chiefs, Kevin Howard. Kevin, you hit on 2 teams. We had the Breece Hall for the New York Jets going out to Corey Kelly. And then the Crunch Time, this does count as a hit. Crunch Time For the Bucks, Don getting the crunch time. I think it's about like around 80 to 100 last I checked. And then the Olive downtown, I don't know what that is, but that's a couple hundred right there. Because there was not one with a cheaper price tag than $225 on it at the show. There's an Olive downtown rookie. Very cool. All right, guys, I'm going to do and Guffey, who hit that, also got the $20 credit because he gets the downtown. Very, very cool, man. He paid $4 for that spot. That's awesome. So we have one more case of those to go, and we'll do it as a PYT. Limited will drop tonight, guys. Good conversation. I appreciate it, man. It's a long break, but I really did enjoy. You guys did talk tonight. I did enjoy the conversation. I was about to say, Sky, I enjoyed it. Nobody took shots with me, but, I'll chug my beer. I'll be all right. I'll go eat dinner with the fam. It wasn't quiet tonight. I can get over that. Oops. Last roll, final round. It's going to be the Steelers and the Jags. So, Jason Mello and Dougie Berger each with the $5 hitless credits. There you go. Guys, I'm going to roll. That took a little longer than I had expected. Man, I missed a trash can on every pack, I think. It's like 7 inches short. That's what she said. But hey, we'll be back. Limited post tonight. Breaks tomorrow. Stadium Club Chrome tomorrow. Nothing else tonight probably. So this is all you get. But that was a good break. Thanks for the chat. Scott, appreciate you actually picking cards out. That was cool. I'm going to chug my beer to you guys. Since someone took a shot, I ain't going to take another one. Bums. We'll hang tomorrow. Peace.